Glad to be happy to join by Stephen Pressley, the Falkirk manager. Stephen, thoughts on the 90 minutes? Did you feel you deserved more from the game overall?
Yeah, I think that the least we deserved was a draw from the game, especially after our first half domination in a game that I suppose the old cliche of two halves in many respects, where first half we dominated proceedings, we passed the ball with great fluency and speed, and we pressurised the game and gave Wraith very little in the way of opportunities, and I thought carved out a number of great chances ourselves. But the second half we stopped passing the ball in the same manner, and we didn't quite apply the pressure in the way we want to, and they both are hand in hand, because if you don't pass the ball and move as a group, and when you give it away you're not in the positions you can apply the pressure in the same manner. So both going hand in hand, and we stopped passing that ball, which allowed them to come on to us. They're quite a direct style of team. They like to hit long diagonals on top of you and then play for second balls, and because we weren't able to get in touch with our passing, we allowed them to do that, and that was a disappointing thing, because in the first half, as I said, I thought we dominated the game.
Yeah. You mentioned that your passing didn't really happen in the second half. The notes I made, or my observation was that Taylor had a great first half, and then he wasn't so much there in the second half. Was that down to the fluency of the passing, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think that we got careless in our passing, and it's something we work towards all the time, and we have to we have to keep believing in that, and players must take the responsibility. They must pass the ball in the manner that we talk about. It's easy talking about it, it's easy applying it all the time in the training field, but we must take it into the game. And the pleasing thing for me was our opening 45 minutes was one of our best of the season thus far.
Yeah, and the manner of the goals, did one in particular, the Rovers gave the ball away, and Falkirk conceded it straight back again. Was that infuriating for you?
That's disappointing. Again, it's part of the disappointment of the second half. It was careless in our possession of the ball, and that's something we weren't in the first half, and we were in the second half. So disappointing, absolutely.
And there was two key pairings in the Falkirk lineup that caught the eye: Taylor and Howarth up front, and Nielsen and Dodds at the back. What's the situation with Nielsen? He was a trialist today?
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
And how do you feel he fitted into the whole team
He's been
structure?
excellent. That's his second game for us, and he brings a great experience and know-how and leadership, and he's been brilliant in the two games. But the likelihood is he'll play one more game for us, and then that'll be it, because that's where we all are. Financially, as you'll know here, every club has real restraints, and we're no different. You see just now along at Dunfermline, they're struggling. You see at Hearts just now, they're struggling. And I think these clubs are just the tip of the iceberg. Everybody's struggling to make ends meet. Unless we all wake up and realise that and accept that, then we're going to continue to see clubs go to the wall.
Right, yeah. You mentioned Hearts there, obviously one of your former clubs. Any sort of message or any thoughts on that, to lift the support, or just any observations about that? How do you feel about that yourself as an ex-Hearts man?
I'm hugely disappointed for the club to be in the situation they're in, and I think that the most important factor is not pointing the fingers at this moment in time, but finding a solution to keep the club afloat and to keep the club alive. Then, beyond that, they can find the real solution. But until then, let's make sure that the club stays afloat, and there is a heart in Midlothian.